that being said, well, let's just hop right into it. We got our virtual dating plus topic.
What is our virtual dating plus topic today? Did we get another question?
Yes, we did.
All right.
You asked them on a date. Is it assumed you should pay?
Okay. Well, that's a good question. So when I go on a date, whether I've been asked on a date or I asked them on a date, both happen. And it comes time to pay, or even just before it comes time to pay, I always get my card ready ahead of time and I hand it to the waiter before he can hand me the check. So for me personally, I always pay.
Yeah. I feel like I always pay too. I feel like there's got to be another side to it though that we can explore. Like
You know,
I feel like
I
maybe in like this world where like as we race towards equality, equality is really the idea that two humans are just that. They're humans. They're souls, you know. They're seen for what is their soul. They're and like that means like their race, their gender, all of those things don't matter. And so I guess I'm saying like it would be like how I used to ask you like, "Hey, let's you want to grab lunch?" I didn't like I asked you out to lunch, but I didn't have to buy your lunch. Maybe just maybe you should be able to ask somebody out of the opposite gender in a romantic or of the same gender, but in a romantic fashion and not have to pay.
and I understand and completely agree with that. That said, I don't pay because I'm a man.
Okay. You pay because you got it like that.
No, I definitely don't got it like that.
Don't lie to these
Producers don't
people, shade.
the
Like,
producers don't pay nearly handsomely enough. We need more subscribers. But
the producers are paying you. Like, it's like, no, let me
yeah,
stop.
right?
Like,
That's what
I
I'm
was gonna say
saying.
the producers have been charging me. I guess that's where your money is coming from. Like,
You know it. But no, like I don't pay because I'm a man. I pay because this person wanted to spend time with me and I want to show them something in return that I can be like, "Well, you know what? Let me offer you a kind gesture." That's not to say that I haven't had plenty of people pay for me before. And as I get to know people, definitely there's a two-way street there. Sometimes they pay for me, sometimes I pay for them. I've had tons of girlfriends who have, even helped me just like, you know, pay rent before because I was like down on my luck just as much as I have also helped them pay rent. Like, it's a back and forth kind of a thing. It's like
ooh,
if you
you're
care
in.
about the other person, if you
You're in what they call an entanglement.
an
Like,
entanglement.
you're in a whole entanglement. Keep
Well,
going.
I think that especially if you're trying to form a legitimate relationship, that partnership is very important. I would never want my significant other to be down, especially about money, which I see as a physical world like nuisance more than anything. If you've got it, you got it, and that's great. If you don't got it, you don't got it at the time. That's all right, but we still all gotta live. We can't just suffer just because we don't have some green paper. Like,
Okay. How soon is too soon to help her out financially?
that is a big
Help your
question.
significant other out financially. Because you just say you're paying rent. Like you meet homegirl, the 28-day
So the
rule
only time that
has the
I've
28
paid
day rule
rent,
passed, and you really
the
liked
only
her.
time that I've helped pay rent for someone was we've known and dated each other on and off for the past like 5 years. So
So that's not like a normal thing.
no, it's not like something that I would do with the random girl that I met at the bar last week. Like,
No, no, no. A 28-day rule. Let's multiply that by two. You've been talking to her, dating / seeing each other
Quite
56
frankly,
days.
it's going to take much more time than 56 days for me to trust somebody.
Okay, enough to pay their rent.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm asking
how
you.
do I know you're not going to just run off and take it? Like, I don't know you.
I don't know
It's
you.
been 56 days. Most of those days I spend at work or doing band practice or doing the podcast. Like, I've
We are
probably
here a
seen,
lot.
like, yeah, exactly. So I probably, if I'm dating this girl, I've probably in 56 days seen her maybe, like 10 to 15, maybe 20 days out of those. And for like how many hours that we were actually able to hang out, like let's say 8, which is a substantial amount of time. That's 160 hours. 160 hours. I have played certain video games on my computer here longer than 160 hours, and I am still trying to get better at those games. Like, I don't know those games like that. Like,
160 hours is long.
it is. It's a lot of time. Don't get me wrong. It's certainly
All
a
right,
lot
so
of time to
Let
spend.
me ask you this: I coined the 28-day rule, as I'm calling it. Can you come up with another rule, and can you come up with a definitive timeline where you say, okay, it's okay to get involved in your significant other's finances?
Oof.
Can you come up with? It doesn't have to be a one size fits all. The 28-day rule isn't a one size fits all, but it's a this size fits most.
So for me, it's personally, I would say I wouldn't be comfortable
until
there would have. See, I don't feel like it's based on a measure of time. It's more based in a level of, oh gosh, I don't want to say the wrong thing here, but I would say like a interpersonal connection. Like, it's, for me, it's something that you know it when you know it. It's a special little something, a little spark where like, this person is here because they are interested in being a part of my life. And I am here because I'm interested in being a part of their life. And once those two things kind of connect, yeah, sure, I'll step into finances if need be. If they need my help, I'll be there for them. Maybe that takes 28 days. Who knows? Maybe it takes 2 years. I don't really know.
Okay.
But you know it when you know
28 days. Could it take 28 days for you?
I doubt it, but I am an open-minded individual, and I'd be happy to see someone try.
All right, let me ask you this. Is that the advice? All right, say your friend had been dating a girl for 3 months.
You ain't even know her yet.
Okay, so you would say no to 3 months.
Heck no.
What if he said, I really like her, though?
I don't care. You don't know what you're talking about.
That's some foolishness,
you know what?
though.
Yeah, you know
so
what?
Then what's the time? Like, what is the time where you would say, all right, dude, I understand why you did it. Like,
oof. If it's to another dude, man, like,
yeah,
you'd better be together for the past 2-3 years, homie. Like,
I was gonna say, see, because you're more interested in protecting your friends than you are yourself. And I caught on to that. Like, I caught on to that. So you're saying like 3 months. He'd be like, but Shade, I really love her.
You gotta look out for numero uno.
Look out for numero uno.
Yo. They be wildin', and we all know it. Sometimes, and it's not women, by the way, just for anyone who's thinking that I mean women be wildin'. No, people be wildin'.
People be wildin', indeed. Like, that could be a quote. Like,
yeah, you know what? I always go back to, if you give a mouse a cookie, they're gonna want a glass of milk.
That's
man.
wild.
I'm more of a glass of milk.
I'm more of a if you give a pig a pancake type of guy. So
if you give a moose a muffin,
I'm kind of frustrated. Usually, if you give a moose a muffin, like, but if you give an alligator an apple, like, that's what you really want to talk about. Like,
if you give a snake a sandwich.
All right, I'm done. We're messing around too much.